As technology is progressing in this world and now we have AI, one of the things that we're seeing is that Serbia is emerging as one of the forefront countries that is investing huge into the tech and AI industry. And I want to run through an article that I read today from techbullion.com. I will leave a link in the description of this video. And this article talks about how technology professionals are using Serbian citizenship as a strategic advantage in their career. And of course, we're working with foreigners from all around the world, including people who are looking to come back, who once left Serbia. And of course, we cover all of Serbia as a business. And so it doesn't matter if you are in Novi Sad, Belgrade, Niš, or any of the other great, amazing cities or towns around Serbia, we are able to assist you in any aspect of relocating to Serbia. Now, in one of my previous videos that I was talking about is how Serbia is going to be in the top 20% of all countries in the world that are going to be leading the forefront of the AI industry here. And this article is going to talk about why so many tech entrepreneurs and professionals are flocking to Serbia as well. Now, this article was just published at the end of January here in 2026. So this is a new article, of course, and this article goes in to say, as remote global startups and borderless business models continue to grow, tech professionals are paying closer attention to citizenship and residency options that support mobility, flexibility, and long-term planning. Serbia has quietly emerged as one of the more interesting jurisdictions for developers, founders, and digital entrepreneurs looking for strategic positioning in Europe. And I've touched on this before, is Serbia is a great strategic location that brings the East and the West to the center point here. So like we do working with people from all around the world, we are able to have meetings at 9 o'clock in the morning with people who are in Asia that are in the late afternoon, or at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with people that are at 9 o'clock on the East Coast in North America. And so if you're in one of these tech professionals and you have an online business, Serbia is a great strategic location. At the same time, we're not part of the EU, which is one of the big things that our clients are saying. They don't want to deal with the rules and regulations that the EU imposes on many aspects of other countries, and that our residency program is one of the most straightforward, and as well as citizenship programs, which we help all our clients with in many factors. Now, this article goes in that Serbia as a hub for tech and digital nomads, Serbia is offering a unique mix of advantages for people working in technology. So we have competitive tax environment. I mentioned this before, 15% corporate tax, 10% on your personal income tax, which is great, affordable cost of living. Now, we have seen people that are going to Belgrade and they're saying, hey, listen, the prices have crept up since the last time I've been here. And they end up more than likely coming to Novi Sad because we do have the high-speed train that takes you into Belgrade within half an hour, and it's only like €7 for one direction, which is affordable, and the cost of rent is typically a little bit cheaper here, as well as food. Not by much. Novi Sad is growing, and all of Serbia. Belgrade is still a dominant force, and we have a lot of clients we work with there, especially if they're into the sporting venue or they want to be close to certain schools or government offices. Belgrade's the place to be. The next one is that there's a growing startup ecosystem here. We have a lot of good youth here that are very knowledgeable in IT and AI. And that brings us to the next point: strong IT talent pool, and like I just also said, strategic location between EU and non-EU markets. So Serbia as a country is surrounded by EU countries. Bosnia is the only one that's not in the EU. Montenegro is scheduled to enter the EU at the end of 2026, and then followed with Albania in 2027. That does not mean anything when it comes to me personally, because I honestly, from what I see the EU doing, won't be around for much longer, especially with the rules and regulations that they're implementing on countries and citizens within European Union countries. And so one of the big questions we do get in consultations is, what do you see Serbia doing when it comes to joining the EU? I myself don't believe that they're going to enter the EU. I also talk to a lot of people here in Serbia, and they don't want anything to do with the EU. So I think we're on safe grounds with that. Now, Serbian citizenship by investment in the tech sectors. Entrepreneurs and startup founders often explore Serbian citizenship by investment as a long-term option tied to business activity. While Serbia does not operate on a fixed investment citizenship program, economic contribution plays a key role in eligibility under national interest provisions. And this is one of the programs that we're seeing a lot of our clients come into on the Serbian citizenship by merit program. So they're investing into one of these business sectors. So you got IT, you have AI, you have energy. Those are the top three that we're seeing our clients investing into. The programs can take anywhere from a year to a couple of years, depending on if you're starting this from scratch or investing into a company that's already established here. There's a whole process, and every citizenship application is viewed on a case-by-case basis. So this approach aligns well with tech-driven investments, such as establishing software or IT service companies, creating local development teams, scaling SaaS or platform-based businesses from Serbia, long-term participation in the Serbian tech ecosystem. And so this is something that you can take advantage of, especially if you're in this type of industry. Now, Serbian citizenship by descent for global professionals. We're seeing this big time for a lot of our clients, especially that are born to Serbian parents or have grandparents or even great-grandparents. And so many engineers, founders, and remote workers qualify for Serbian citizenship by descent without realizing it. Family backgrounds can provide a direct legal route to citizenship, often with fewer requirements than investing or long-term residence. So that's the big point there. If you do have Serbian citizenship by descent as an option, you don't have to, play the long-term game or invest a lot of money into a certain business. You can simply apply for your Serbian citizenship, make sure that you can prove the lineage of your family, which is something that we do here, especially those that are not in this country here or don't speak the language. We are able to go to all the registries around Serbia and pull the records that we need for your relatives and then apply on your behalf before you get here. And that path does sometimes take between 3 to 10 months, depending if you're registered or unregistered here in the system. And so the way that you're able to do this, the quickest way is by descent. But of course, obviously, as a tech entrepreneur, Serbia is sucking in those people here, and you have many options in that regard. And so the one thing this article says is why tech professionals are looking beyond traditional options. So Serbia is not one of those marketed countries out there that other countries are, like Portugal, for instance. You know, a lot of people are flocking there, or one of the other Western countries that you have there, Germany, France, or whatever. Unlike more restrictive jurisdictions, which is key, Serbia is not as restrictive. Again, because we're not part of the EU, Serbia offers flexibility that aligns with modern tech careers. There is no mandatory startup visa program. So Montenegro recently implemented a startup program where you have to hire a certain amount of people, including Montenegrins, in order to start up your company to obtain residency. We are setting up businesses for entrepreneurs here with no issues. You know, single person setting it up. There's minimal investment. You can open up a company here for as little as €1 as a capital investment. Not that I recommend that, but that is the lowest that you can do. There are no rigid innovation quotas or extreme investment thresholds. Instead, the system evaluates real-world contributions and legal ties. This makes Serbian citizenship increasingly relevant for remote-first founders, blockchain and Web3 professionals, SaaS entrepreneurs, and digital consultants working across markets. And so, being that you can set up a business here in Serbia, you can also open up a bank account here, obtain residency on the basis of founding that company, and then also operate it all around the world. And you're only required to maintain your residency here of 183 days out of the year. That can be kind of dealt with depending on if you have business ventures or not. But at the same time, you also cannot be out of the country for more than 10 months out of the 3 years. But we can also deviate on that depending on the basis that you need to leave the country. And so the final perspective in this article is that in an era where technology allows people to work from anywhere, citizenship becomes part of digital infrastructure. Serbia provides multiple legal paths that align well with modern mobile careers. If you're looking to open technology companies in Serbia, we recommend that you use Relocation Serbia as your company. That helps you get your taxes in order, especially if you're a US citizen. There are those clients that come here that are worried about being taxed on their worldwide income. That is not true either. You don't get taxed on all of it. There's certain forms that we can help you fill out that will allow you to just pay taxes in Serbia, run your business from Serbia, and not have to pay the US either. So I hope that this article helped you out. If you are a tech professional and if you're interested in any more information, feel free to book in a consultation with our team.